We're at day 79 of my daily faith pill. Today is Friday, March 20th, and the title is Where Man Ends, God Starts, Embracing the Impossible. Mark chapter 9, verse 23, Jesus said unto him, If thou canst believe, all things are possible to him that believeth. We often encounter situations that seem utterly beyond human capacity. Sometimes the evidence of impossibility is right before our eyes, concrete and undeniable. Consider the compelling testimony of a man who, due to a severe knee injury, had his kneecap and joint surgically replaced with a metallic implant. For a time, this artificial joint caused him persistent pain and made walking difficult. Though it eventually became part of him, it represented a permanent limitation imposed by human medical science. This man, despite his physical challenge, felt a persistent calling to outreach, sharing the message of Jesus daily, consistently walking under the sun. Then came a moment of divine redirection. During one of his outreach efforts, he distinctly felt in his spirit that God instructed him to go home for a specific work God intended to do in him. He obeyed, went home, and slept. The miracle occurred in the quiet space of rest. Upon walking, he discovered the metallic joint, the very piece that had been surgically implanted to replace his damaged bone structure, lying beside his bed. His leg was perfectly healed. There were no scars, stitches, evidence of any surgical procedures. It was as if the metal component had simply dematerialized from his body and had been replaced with a brand new, fully functional joint. He was healed, and the physical proof of the initial injury and the subsequent replacement lay there for all to see. It was an almost unbelievable event, seemingly impossible, except that the evidence was irrefutable. This kind of impossibility is not confined to physical healing. We have all perhaps experienced our own versions of the impossible. I recall a time of being completely stranded where the governor of my state was moved to intervene and provide help. I have also experienced a desperate need for finances, only for a stranger to approach me and offer me 5 times the amount required, stating clearly, God said I should give you this. These experiences force us to confront what the Bible declares. With God, all things are possible. When we truly grasp the implications of this statement, we must expand our understanding of possibility itself. When you think of a God or a situation and the immediate conclusion in your mind is that is impossible, you have stepped out of the realm of man and entered the realm of God. In the realm of man, you are likely correct. With human limitations, it may indeed be impossible. Jesus affirmed this to his disciples, validating their perspective. With man, it is impossible, but the declaration shifts immediately. With God, all things are possible. Has the doctor declared a situation irreversible? Is there a terminal illness for which they claim there is no cure? In the realm of human expertise, that may be true, but we must pivot. Enter the realm of God, where nothing is impossible. Are you facing a financial abyss, feeling completely depleted with no visible way out? Acknowledge the reality of the human perspective and then declare, with God, nothing is impossible. This is the foundational truth. Wherever man ends, that is precisely where God begins. Therefore, as you navigate this day, let this mindset govern your perspective. When impossibility knocks, shift your focus. With God, all things are possible, especially for those who believe. Step out today knowing that God is for you, with you, sees you, and he loves you immensely. You are equipped for the impossible because you operate within the domain where nothing is impossible for them that believe. This is a very powerful word. It brings me back to how my dad especially had a rough upbringing, and he kind of abruptly had to flee the only country that he ever knew to be home. And they had taken him and put him in prison unjustly, and they were killing people in prison. And it's not a story that he likes to talk about too much, so there's a lot of gaps in my knowledge of the situation. But what I do know is that both my parents, my mom and my dad, had to believe for the impossible to happen, for him to get out of there, and it did. And that is only through Jesus Christ. I could recount, other situations, but I'll leave it at that for now. Sometimes you might feel like you're caught, you're caught at a dead end and you feel like nothing is going to go your way. But that is precisely where God's divine intervention begins, right where man's limitation ends. You're at the end of that limitation and there's nothing else you could do. So, as the scripture says, the Lord said, step aside and let me do my work. So sometimes you just got to look to God and like, yo, this is you. That's you now. Like, there's nothing I can do. I've done what I can do. So I'm just waiting on you to act now. So just remember, miracles happen every day and a miracle could happen for you.